What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today I'm going to try out a Togekiss Gastrodon core in the Go Battle League. I feel like Togekiss is a very cool core breaker right now. It has Aura Sphere coverage, so anything weak to fighting type damage it's pretty good against. And it's also good against opposing fighting type Pokemon, being a Peck user that is also a Fairy type. It's one of my favorite Fairy types to use right now in the meta, so let's get into the battles and see what this team can do. I feel like, for the most part, Gastro plus Togekiss is a very strong duo. There are a few things that can kind of give it trouble. I feel like this team would struggle a little bit against a Shadow Scizor lead. I hope I don't see too many of those. But if we do see them, we'll try to play around it. We're both at 29.99 here. Okay. Luckily, we're both legends already. All right. Not a great lead. We have the Unova Stunfisk, a Pokemon that very obviously does take down my flying-type Pokemon here. So I'm going to just swap into my Malamar and see what they want to do. They can go for a Mud Bomb before swapping out if they want to do a chip and dip play, because they do reach the move one turn before, as I do have that one turn on the swap-in. Mud Bomb ends up landing, does a decent chunk of my damage, or my HP, that is. Animation's a little bit desynced there, unfortunately, causing me to throw in a little bit of bad timing. It doesn't necessarily matter here, though, because I wouldn't be able to get a second foul play off anyway. At least not without going down a shield. I feel like using a shield here is not the worst play in the world, because I can probably get a shield back with my next attack here. Or if I don't, maybe I can just Psywave down. Let's see what they want to do. We're at 1 right now. Okay, we'll swap here. Try to get some energy on our Togekiss. We're going to go for a Psyshock before swapping into their Eufisk, it looks like. They have a bit more HP than I'd like them to right now on this thing. It's going to be kind of hard to go for, like, I don't know, a Mud Slap down against them. We'll attempt a CMP on an Aura Sphere. They go for the Overfarm. That is a smart play, saying they do lose that CMP, but they will have to throw right now. If I don't see them throw, I can go for another Aura Sphere. Maybe they're fine with that, because then I get less farm on my backline. They do throw instantly with this Discharge. They have 1 residual. I'm going to come in Gastro here and just hope the energy lead is going to be useful. It could be a second Flyer in the backline. I've seen Eufisk double Flyer more times than I'd like to admit here recently in the Go Battle League, so we'll see if that's the case, or if it's like, I don't know, maybe it's playable. That could also be a thing. What if the Flyer... Oh, man, they get another move off here, it looks like? Oh, they don't, just barely. I thought they'd survive that Mud Slap. Togekiss could come in here to drain some energy from us. Interesting. Pangoro comes in. As long as I don't catch, I am in a decent spot, but I'm not the best when it comes to avoiding catches. We just land that. That should win us the game. I Psywave this down. And then I should just fast move down the Pangoro, I hope? Or maybe I go for this. I can get a Body Slam off. If they can land a close combat against our Gastro, though, that could be bad. Yeah, they were only going to get to double Night Slash there. I honestly feel like they should have gone for the win condition of, like, at least going for the Night Slash bait into trying to get a boost and then Night Slashing my Gastro. But wow, we'll take it. Okay, Pangoro. Bit of a tricky Pokemon, I guess, for my backline to see, too, but luckily, I guess I had enough play with my Gastrodon there. I did my Togekiss against a Pangoro, though. Imagine that. That'd be the best matchup you could see there. We got the win. Let's see if we can get another one here. Next opponent here. Let's see what we're going to find out. Looks like they're in the legend pushing elo. 2980 something. And they are using this garbage Pokemon. You gotta be joking me. No mercy against the legend pushers if they're using Wigglytuff. With that said, probably going to be a bit of a scary game for us, just because Wigglytuff normally has Mud Slappers in the backline, and I'm using my Togekiss here. Yeah, they shield that so they can debuff us here with an Icy Wind. Makes a lot of sense. But I'm still going to shield this up, because I know I can shield this, get to another Aura Sphere, maybe force a Swift out of them before I get farmed down. They should be at their Swift after 1 more Charm. I wonder what this team's going to be. I feel like the Gastrodon is almost guaranteed, but like the final Pokemon is always up in the air here. Like, is it going to be a Flyer? It could be like a Talonflame. It could be a Bastiodon if they're really wanting to have a fun team. Oh, wow, they actually swapped there. Interesting. We'll go for the Water Pulse here immediately. I just want to get the debuff, or the move on them before a potential debuff happen. Still feel like a Mud Slapper is decently likely in the back line. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to no-shield this. Maybe it's going to be a bad play, but I'm going to come in now with Malamar. And I'm going to shield. That way I can farm this all the way down. I'll have a lot of energy for the backline. And if they come back in Wiggly, I can also farm that down. I just have to hope for no debuff. It's like a 10% chance. Basically, impossible. Yeah, okay. Nice. Whoa, they come back. They come in Wiggly? Why? I just get the full farm down then. We can probably get 3 attacks on their final Pokemon, whatever it is, with our Malamar here. What is it going to be? Yeah, I mean, it's the Pokemon we thought it was the whole game. But that's still amazing. That is exactly what we want to see here. They can foul play, and foul play. And even if they do knock out our Malamar, which, I mean, honestly, I don't even know if they will, our Gastrodon should be able to Mud Slap through this. Okay, fun fact, Superpower does a little bit more raw damage. Might as well throw that here to make sure that this thing does go down before that body slam is reached. Excuse me. And then we can go for the Psywave down against that Digger's Beam. Nice, okay, trusting in Shadow Malamar. It's what you do in the Go Battle League, right? As a Pokemon that up a little bit of energy or up a shield, it can be hard to take down, especially when you take down that Wigglytuff in the lead. Nice, okay. Okay, not a bad start here. We're doing pretty well so far. Let's see if we can keep it up. We got our next battle already. Few times have been a little bit hit or miss here, but luckily an insta-Q on this one. Oh my goodness, another Legend Pusher. No Wigglytuff, please, trainer. Okay, they're not on Wigglytuff, but that is a little bit scary. Shadow Talonflame, I'm not quite sure if we can survive long enough to get to 3 attacks here. 3, so they have their potential Flame Charge right now. Let's see if they throw it or if they're going to go for good timing. I would imagine they go for good timing. They don't go for good timing. Okay. I do have to shield this up. But after a Flame Charge here, 3 more Incinerates will knock us out, so I don't get another attack. Alright, so they're at 1 right now. 1 away from another fly. What I'm going to do, actually, is I'm going to do 4. And I'm going to come in Gastro. Oh, I was going to do that. Okay. We'll pretend I just was going to sacrifice that to the Talonflame. That's what I meant to do. I wanted to do 4 and swap out there, so maybe I could get an Aura Sphere or something later on in the game. But, maybe what I meant to do is this. Alright, I hope this knocks out. I don't know if it will. It's a Shadow's superpower. It's got a chance here. If not, then I've really just, made this game so much harder on myself than it needs to be. Okay, that does knock out. We are a debuffed Malamar, which is not the most ideal scenario. Gotta shield this. And since I'm debuffed, I don't think I knock him out here as quickly as I like with 2 foul plays. I don't think I can go for the swap out here either. Maybe I can? Is this even a good play? I don't know. I doubt it. They just farm us down here. Wait, hold on. We force them to throw here. If they stay in, I foul play. If they swap out, I Psywave down and then foul play. Nice, okay. And that Talonflame should not be able to get an Incinerate into us. We should Psywave them down in time. Okay, this game, I think, is a win. Really roundabout way to get there. Oh, no! It's a loss. They have a move. No. Okay. What I meant to say is this game's a loss. This game's a loss, okay. I think I played that well-ish. Well, no, I played it well at the end. I played really well at the end. But, I played so poorly with that Togekiss. I should have done the 4 and swap like I wanted to. I literally just didn't press the swap. I don't know why I didn't do that. I wish I could tell you why I didn't do that. That's gonna haunt me a little bit. Looks like we got our next game here, though. We'll see what we can do. Togekiss into a Driftblim. Okay, so I don't know if I like seeing this here. My Pecs do a lot. My Psyshocks will do a lot of neutral damage here, but the scary thing is they likely have a Mud Slapper in the backline or some sort of ground type. And also, I mean, my Gastro likes to avoid this, but Togekiss is still not that good in this matchup. Let's see what they want to do. They do shield the Psyshock, that's nice. I think I'll shield this, just to make them play this out a little bit longer. I'm fine if I lose the ones here. Because at that point, maybe I can Psywave down with my Malamar. We'll see, though. Let it go, makes sense. Alright, they're in the red at this point, so it would be easy to Psywave down, but it would actually still be a little bit awkward if I tried to farm them down with my Gastrodon. I would love if they stay in here and let me get the full farm down, which it looks like they are. But also, if they do that, that might mean they are confident in the backline against my Malamar. Okay, I'm going to bank some energy here and swap into my Gastrodon, and just hope that their answer to my Gastrodon was that Drifblim. Could be a Hydro Pump, I guess. They're a little bit soft so far to electric type damage. It is a Hydro Pump, that's fine. Wouldn't be surprised with a Mud Slapper in the back or something. 5, so they have their next move now. Unless they're on, I guess, Play Rough. Game? What was that? That's suboptimal. Why didn't I get my... Maybe I didn't want my move, I guess. If I could have put them into Psywave downrange, I would have been so much happier. It's fine, I guess. We'll surely win this game. Yeah, this, man. Just imagine if I would have actually got my move off like I wanted to. Because then that Azu would be gone. I could easily double superpower this. You know, they probably no-shield this anyway. I probably should have full sent. Okay, they actually don't. Please tell me this is enough. It honestly might not be. Because it's a Bastiodon. It's a little bit too bulky here. I guess I needed 3 superpowers. Oh my goodness. I guess that probably means... No, you know, it probably did matter I didn't get that Body Slam off, because I would have just farmed down the Azu. I literally would have just farmed it down. Yeah, and then I would have been able to easily just get 3 superpowers. Yeah. Dang it, man. Why did that happen? That was weird. Next opponent here. I hope we don't lag out, like in that last game. That was a little frustrating, not gonna lie. I'm gonna swap here. It's not really a lead that I don't have play into, saying I have Aura Sphere, but it's not like I want to stay in there if I can help it. They know this is not going to be a superpower, and they're probably fine even if it is. But I'm just going to go for the foul play, just to get some guaranteed damage before a debuff happens against us. Yeah, it's fine. If they're staying in here, I do kind of wonder what they might have in the back. It could be an Annihilate team. What if it's like Annihilate Basti? Okay, it's actually a Blastoise that comes in. Or... Alright. So they're pretty strong so far against Flyers, but I will have to point out just how weak they are to Electric, like I always do. Like, Electric is so disrespected. It's not even funny how much people disrespect that typing. I'm just going to build up energy here and try to catch on Gastrodon. Don't quite get the catch, but they still have to throw energy here anyway. That way, maybe my energy is a bit more useful in the backline. A ground type or a Cradilly could make sense here. Skull Bash, I don't know about that. Okay. I guess I probably should have gone for a Water Pulse here, saying it does more raw damage, but like, what is this? Please tell me they're not on Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch would be very scary. Oh, I could have got a second move off. I don't think that would have been helpful, though, because I need the energy here anyway. Alright, what do they throw? Please tell me it's not Thunder Punch. If it's Thunder Punch, I will cry. It's actually Thunder Punch? No way. Oh, I don't get the farm down. I don't get anything that I need here. That is so bad. Yeah, if I got that body slam off, maybe. Maybe that would have been more of a farm down I could have got. But yeah, it's not looking great for me right now. I have to throw energy here against this, or else they get a Hydro Cannon. They're at it now, actually, so they could probably just shield if they want to. We'll CMP, and hope they no-shield. And then, how do I win from there? I don't know. Maybe I do, though. That's crazy. Well, that wasn't even a CMP. That's weird. Anyway, yeah, that was sad. Togekiss, it had play against the Chestnut, I guess. What's up with the Chestnuts? Oh man, a 2 and 3? That's sad. Yeah, my Malamar had a lot of play there. My Togekiss, man, like why why are you running Blastoise and Dewgong? You run Thunder Punch still on your Chestnut, just to, I guess, truly shut down the Flyers. You want them to have no play, even when they think they have play. They got nothing on you. I'm almost positive that we can win a lead here today. Let's see if we can do it. Togekiss into Florges. That is not inherently a 1 lead, but it's actually not that bad, because I think I win CMP, and I just have more efficient attacks against them, but they can debuff us. But getting rid of a Florges so my backline doesn't have to deal with it is very nice, potentially. But they likely do get to 2 Chilling Waters against us. Actually, do they even? My next Psyshock could knock them out. They try to catch? They might try to catch. I wouldn't be surprised with a catch attempt here. So, honestly, I feel like there's no reason not to overfarm. I mean, there's one reason not to overfarm, and that's if they don't catch. Honestly, I'll just throw this move. I want to keep them honest here. Yeah, they end up going for the CMP, so I think a good play by us here. I would be happy if they shield this, honestly. I'd just no shield. Okay, I'm fine with that, too. Come in with what? Okay. Don't want to give a farm down over to a Shadow Dusknoir here. I'm going to come in Shadow Malamar. Psywave damage is kind of shredding their HP right now. With that said, they can outpace us because they have that little bit of an energy lead against us. Shadow Punch will end up getting our first shield. 2. So their next attack in 1 more Astonish. They likely shield this and get their next Shadow Punch through. 3. Alright, so they're at the move now. I'll shield this up. I think I can farm down. It'll be kind of close, though. Yeah, I can farm down. But yeah, it is very close, actually. What comes in? Okay. We'll go for the superpower immediately. I don't think I get a second attack off here, despite it being on Sand Attack, obviously. But I think there's a chance I get my Aura Sphere here. I don't actually. Wow. They got 2 Sand Attacks then. Don't boost, please. A boost would be incredibly unfortunate. Okay, no boost. I should be fine just to go straight Water Pulse here. Because they probably need a Payback plus an Air Cutter. Don't boost. Wait, hold on. Wait a second. They're at the Payback now. I just need to get the shields here. Yeah, this is a little bit awkward. I probably should try to reach for the next attack. But we'll see if the Payback even knocks us out. Can I get a move? Malamar, you're just insane. Okay. Nice. That was weird. I guess I must have waited a little bit too long when they came in Corviknight against our Malamar, because they got 2 Sand Attacks against us, when I thought they'd only get 1. And that made it so they were able to outpace our Togekiss to that Aura Sphere. If I would have got that Aura Sphere off, that game would have been so much more trivial. Luckily, though, Malamar is kind of sick. It's able to just survive and get that foul play off. Next game, though, let's see what we can do here. Togekiss has been kind of hit or miss on the lead so far. Wouldn't mind a slam dunk lead. We don't get that here. Okay, maybe I can redeem myself. Maybe I can do the play that I wanted to do last time I saw this. We'll see. They have the move right now, the Flame Charge, right? If they go for another Incinerate, I'm going to try to catch on my Gastrodon. If they don't, then I guess I just, stay in. I go for the next Psyshock anyway. Okay, we get the catch on what is almost certainly a Flame Charge. And at this point, we're also able to get a Mud Slap Sneak, so that's not bad. 4. Oh, they fly, you know? Okay. Honestly, well played by them. 7. I feel like going for a Body Slam wouldn't have been the play, so I was just going to risk that they weren't going to Swift us there. And this Water Pulse is going to do a decent chunk. Oh my goodness, okay. We actually forced some energy out of him here, too. Do they go for a Trailblaze, I wonder? No, they just Swift. I think I do have to shield this. I think they would knock us out. I'll shield this and try to farm down if possible. I can farm down, that's good. They come back in Talonflame, and I can actually just get 2 Psyshocks off against them. And if they no-shield this, then I can get a move off into the backline. If they do shield, then either they have to throw instantly, or I just get the move off. Okay, that does, like, put us in the most awkward position they could have. But that's fine. I'm just going to no-shield this, farm down with my Shadow Malamar, and hope that the energy and shield advantage is what I need. Okay. I hope that I can knock out this Gastro without needing to use a shield. Yeah, I can. We'll just go for the superpower to guarantee it. Because if they were able to get a shield from us here, there's a good chance that I would actually just not Psywave down that Talonflame. And that they would have been able to get that fly off that they had loaded. Nice. Okay. Okay. Shadow Malamar coming in clutch in the back. Luckily as well, our Togekiss put in quite a bit of work against them. They did play that pretty well. They went for a fly on the catch on the Gastro, too. I was thinking it would always be a Flame Charge there, but maybe they saw it, or maybe they just, like, they felt something was up. I don't know. Or maybe they don't even have it. There's a chance, I guess, they were on Gravebird. That would be kind of insane, though. All right, Togekiss, hopefully gonna see a good lead. We've been seeing some really odd ones, and that is, yeah, I gotta say, not a good lead necessarily, but maybe we can dance around this. I don't remember if we won against the first Ufisk lead that we saw today. I think we did, actually, because it was a Pangoro in the back, right? And we actually had a bit more play than I was expecting with my Gastrodon. But we'll see what they do here. Once again, they go for the Mud Bomb, maybe a Chip and Dip, maybe they just stay in for the long haul. Okay, they are staying in. I want to get some damage against them, just in case they do swap out in a minute. That way I can guarantee that an Aura Sphere would be enough to knock them out later on. Alright, they throw the move here. Almost certainly going to be a Mud Bomb, but I'll shield this up, and I'll overfarm a little bit here as well, just to make sure if they do swap, I have more energy for the backline, or if they let it go, you know. Wow, okay. They come in Dusknoir here. I don't know what to do necessarily. They survived this. It's not comfortable, though. Yeah, they'll get a full Astonish down against us, I believe, before my next Psyshock. They should be at 2 right now. I'm just banking on the fact that maybe this person is a free thinker, and they're not using, like, just a classic team. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's huge. I was just banking on the fact that maybe my Gastrodon has some play here in the back line. That's the only way I can really win this game. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have brought this in so soon here. It looks like I'm not going to be able to catch. Or maybe I am, actually, because the switch clock is insane. Again, I have to just hope that they're ABA weak to Gastro, or at least not, like, really strong in the backline, but they've already been kind of weak to it. What is this? Cresselia? Is that, like, is this playable, actually? Because maybe I can two-shot. That's probably some grade A cope right now, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't know if we can two-shot that. 4, 5. Really good timing by them. I mean, there's a chance here, actually. Water Pulse after 1 for good timing against the 4-turn move. And if I can Mud Slap this down and I don't get caught on with that Dusknoir, maybe there's still a chance here. My HP is so low. Honestly, like, even just an Astonish could just do it for us here. They actually attempt to go for the snipe down. Okay, now no catch is available. Water Pulse might just be enough. Hold on a second. Is this going to be a Gastro Sweep? I hope it is. If not, then maybe I'm a little bit overzealous by saying that. It is. Okay. Wow. I did not have much hope there. I figured it'd be like a Flyer or, I don't know, a Superior or something. I didn't think it would be Confusion Cresselia. That's my bad. I should have thought of that. I should have known, I guess. When I saw the Dusknoir, should have known. Confusion Cresselia, almost certainly in the back. Crazy. Okay. Good stuff. I think that's a positive set here. If we can win one more game, then we guarantee a positive day. So let's hope we can do that. Next opponent, once again, a player on their legend push. Can we gatekeep the Wigglytuff user? I really want to. I really want to gatekeep this person. But when you actively want to gatekeep, that's when you just get RPS'd, right? That's how this goes. We'll see what they have. I'm very happy to see Wiggly in the lead, away from my Malamar. But because we know there's a Gastro almost definitely in the backline, we have to keep that in mind that my Togekiss is going to be gone for what it really wants to do. Icy Wind always gets thrown here. That's fine. We'll shield this up. We'll go for another Aura Sphere in just a second. And I guess we'll try to win. They could try to go for a no-shield and maybe leverage a shield advantage against us, but I don't think I've ever seen a Wigglytuff user lose Switch. They don't do that. Oh my goodness, okay. Intriguing. This is different than what I was expecting, I'll be honest. We do have our Gastro that can come in here, resist the fasting pressure at least. Oh boy. Seed Bomb. I need to no-shield this. Survive long enough to get 2 foul plays. And then somehow my Gastrodon needs to knock out a Toedscruel. And I don't think all that's about to happen. I think instead what's going to happen here is they're just going to fully mud slap us down. And then, unfortunately for us, land the Seed Bomb into our poor Gastrodon in the back. Malamar is actually pretty cool that it was able to do that, by the way. I need to hope I can Water Pulse, and Water Pulse would be enough. They wrap for some reason. Okay. Oh, I think I see the reason, actually. That way, maybe they can Earthquake us and knock us out that way. If Earthquake doesn't knock us out, then I do have back-to-back Water Pulse here. I don't think this is enough. Well, it knocks out the Fortress. I don't think it's enough for the Toedscruel, though. Right? Knocks that guy out, at least. Surely this does, like, 35, 40%, right? Definitely. Come on, Gastrodon. Please, please, please. Oh! Okay. Okay. That was a mix of emotions now, wasn't it? Alright, Gastrodon's just so insane, I guess. I don't even know what to say there. I thought we would lose that game 100% of the time. They went for an interesting play. They went for the wrap instead of the double C-bomb. I guess Gastro probably does win that CMP, right? I think it does. Let me check real quick. Yes, it does. So, honestly, I kind of respect that play. They weren't going to get to a second C-bomb anyway, so might as well go for the wrap, trying to get the shield, then hope the Earthquake knocks out, but yeah, not quite enough. Not quite enough. Nice. Okay, we got the win there. That's 4 wins in a row. Can we get the 5th? Looks like we got our 5th game of the set. Another aspiring legend, Togekiss into Shadow Zard. Okay, so this lead is much better if they're on Dragon Breath. They are not on Dragon Breath, so it's going to be... not a good lead. Where they can just go probably straight Air Cutter and win the 2s. Togekiss is not very bulky. Yeah, we get a shield there. They need a Blast Burn to knock us out. They're at back-to-back Blast Burn plus Air Cutter. Respect. I respect that actually so much. They full send. Okay. All right, so they're at 8 right now, so back-to-back air cutters potentially. I'm really just banking right now on my Malamar, I guess, as we always do. Why do they boost? Boosting is so rude. Luckily, they swapped out, so it could be worse. It could be worse. Not much. Not much worse. It could be a little bit worse. I think I can foul play and farm down at least, but if I can't, that's really bad. If I can, it's only pretty bad. Yeah, I can farm. Nice. Charizard always comes in here. That's just what it does. They don't throw the move. I wonder if they lagged a turn. I didn't see an Ember come through there. That could be a little bit unfortunate for them, if that's the case. Oh, nice catch by them. Alright, this is going to be a close endgame here. Can I force him to throw energy against us? I think we can. But if they farm us down, that was a CMP, I think. Hold on, that might just be a win. We'll see. Yeah, they CMP'd. Is it a win? I don't know if it's a win. I can at least sidewave this down. But how much energy is on that Shadow Zard? They need to be able to get to 2 attacks against us, and they might be able to. I have my attack here. I got it right when they do this move on the sneak, so. Okay. Okay, Shadow Malamar. Calm down, Shadow Malamar. What an insane Pokemon. Knocks out the Shadow Zard. And we pick up the 5-0 set. Awesome. Okay. That's a great way to finish off today. I was kind of wondering if this team would be like maybe a little bit too RPS or like weird or squishy or something to work out. But no, it was actually pretty good here, wasn't it? Togekiss didn't really pick up a lot of good leads, but I think the best thing about Togekiss is, well, there are bad leads. There aren't like a lot of leads that are just so unplayable that you can't flip them at all. It is a bad rookie. But that's fine. We'll cash in the 5-0, 30-57 ending elo for the night. I'll take it. I'll take it. All right, but thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.